Hi, this is Sarah. Once again back to my channel with 2 subscribers. Love that no one watches me. Love that. That's why I can do this even more. It's been raining for a while, and in my religion, it's said that when you pray, when it rains, there's more chances of your prayers to be accepted. So this is me talking while manifesting and praying, I guess. But also, this is me just reading poetry and giving some sort of an analysis. Amateur edition. Honestly, guys, everyone knows I'm an amateur. I mean, no one knows me. So whoever might know me knows that I'm not a master of anything. I am truly the epitome of jack of all trades and master of none. But I don't even think I'm jack of all trades anymore. Anyways, today I went to this little studio in my city where they were screening a small movie, a short film, but I also say a small movie because it's not known by a lot of people, because it was made by a college students, but like as their diploma, end of diploma filmmaking movie that went to Cannes, which is crazy. And I watched that short film. I was privileged enough to watch it, and I was sitting alone by myself in a room of people who I could look at and be like, I know they all want to do something. I know they're all here. They're all collectively here watching this film because they're all artists, and you could just tell by their clothing. But more than that, you could just tell by the energy of everyone so eager to watch that movie. And honestly, I love that, and I just wanted to say that. But once again, I'm gonna read poems and I'm gonna talk about them. Amateur edition. So let's start with this poem about Icarus that I saw on Pinterest. It's by Corinna C. I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna read it. They make Icarus into a cautionary tale, so I inked my skin with the image of his fall from the sky. Because all the poems say, if Icarus were here, he'd strap the wings to my back and fly alongside me. That he crashed to the ocean in a bitter blaze of triumph, watching with hungry eyes as the sun set his world aflame. When I die, may I not go gently into that good night. I want to die like Icarus did, laughing in defeat with unconquerable eyes. Maybe his fall is what broke his body. But wouldn't it have I'm so sorry, I'm such a terrible reader. But wouldn't it have been the undoing of his unconquered spirit if he'd never flown at all? So much to take from this. I think that growing up, we were all lied about Icarus. We were all lied that he flew too close to the sun. And I remember this so well because I feel like my English teacher has used it so much. Like, don't fly too close to the sun. But Icarus said he'll fly, and he flew. Maybe a little too close to the sun, but he flew. And what makes me wonder is, why were we told that was a bad thing? Why were we told that we shouldn't fly too close to the sun? We shouldn't reach for like these heights. Basically, it's just like stopping you from taking risks. And every time I read about Icarus anywhere, or anyone that talks about him, I know that these are artists who see beyond the fact that he flew too close to the sun, beyond the fact that he took the risk that he shouldn't have, and his wax wings. But they see through him as a person. They see that when he was close to the sun, he knew that he was gonna fall. He was probably smiling. He was probably laughing, because he said he'll fly, and he did it. A little too close to the sun. But he could reach close to the sun. Did anyone else reach close to the sun? They did not. So yeah, Icarus has been lied about to us growing up, and our teachers. I mean, obviously that wasn't their goal, but the story of Icarus is not about his failure. It's about the fact that he said he would do something, he did it. And I just want to say that all of us should probably be like him. Be a little cautious, obviously, but we shouldn't let us wanting to fly stop us from flying, only because we might fly too close to the sun. I love this. I love the poem. I like that I saved it, and I'm glad that I saved it. The story of Icarus lives on, and I think that it means a lot to a lot of people. I've seen so many artists talk about this, and I think that it's great. Now I'm going to read a poem that means a lot to me, because it's by one of the most controversial poets out there, but someone who has done great work. But also, he's someone who's made my work, like, he's inspired the way I write. And that's not normal for me. I feel like I keep changing the way I write, but when I saw Charles Bukowski. Yes, we're talking about Charles Bukowski. When I saw Charles Bukowski's work, it was more than just like, oh, he's like a terrible person, which he probably is. It was a lot about, he's just writing whatever's flowing out of him and he's putting it together. You can just tell. Like, this is just coming out of him. There's no rhyme scheme, there's no rhythm, there's no structure. It's just poetry. And I love that, because when I write, I just write. I don't have like a way that I write. And obviously, like I said, I'm not a master, I'm an amateur, but we all have people that inspire us, and I hate that it's Charles Bukowski for me. I want to separate the art from the artist, but I'm not that person. But yet, this poem means a lot to me, so I'll read it. The flesh covers the bone, and they put a mind in there, and sometimes a soul. And the women break vases against the wall, and the men drink too much, and nobody finds the one. But keep looking, crawling in and out of beds. Flesh covers the bone, and the flesh searches for more than just flesh. There's no chance at all. We are all trapped by a singular fate. Nobody ever finds the one. The city dumps fill, the junkyards fill, the madhouses fill, the hospital fills, the graveyards fill, nothing else fills. You can tell just by one poem of his that he was not okay in the head. I love this poem because it says so much while just saying what it wants to. It has a very simple message, but it also says so much. And I love that. I think that I'm really bad at analysis, even though I think I was really good in school with literature. But I think growing up, I have not been that great with the way I talk about my work. And that's why I guess I'm making just in general work also anyone else's work, and that's why I made this YouTube channel, so I get better at talking, because I get this a lot, that I speak too fast, or that I can't put my point across properly, even though I know exactly what I want in my head. Like, even for this poem, it's not just the fact that it means a lot, it's just talking about, you know, what he's trying to say. He's saying so much. See, again, like, I'm like totally messing this up, but he's talking about how even though like we all search for connection, no one's finding true connection. And I think it makes more sense in the world that we're living in right now, because it's gotten so easy to like do things. I don't know how to explain it. It's gotten so easy to be with someone without actually connecting with them on an emotional level, and I think he's just putting that across. And we can tell, like, if you've read about Charles Bukowski, you know that his life and his love life was very interesting, and that he was a really sad man. And he's also unfortunately a poster boy for like male loneliness epidemic, which doesn't exist. So I think that he's such a controversial poet, but every time I read his work, I just feel so much. I just feel as though I want to have this impact on someone. I want someone to read what I've written and just take a step back and be like, I get what she's saying, but I can't put it into words. Or maybe it's just me who can't put things into words. Anyways, this is another failed YouTube video that I'm gonna post nonetheless. I don't care if it's failed, because I have so much to work on myself as a person and the way I talk. So these were the two poems that I wanted to read out loud.